Hello. Just a little tutorial to help you out with some of the things that I'm finding less than intuitive in Blackboard. But some of you probably already know these things. I've been using eCollege for about 10 years and used WebCT prior to that and Blackboard. But I've become very accustomed to eCollege. Therefore, it's a little disorienting for me when things don't work in Blackboard the same way that they did in eCollege. And so I thought some of you might feel the same way. So that's why I'm going to just walk you through a few things that I think could be helpful to us as we sort of begin to get accustomed to our online environment. First of all, I'll draw your attention to this little arrow right here. If you look at your browser and you see this and you don't have a menu anymore, you might be confused, as I was, and say, oh my goodness, what's wrong with Blackboard? My window's gone. But that's not it. There's nothing wrong with Blackboard. They just have created this handy-dandy little window hiding button so that we can simply push this button and we can get it back. That's something that took me a little while. I thought I had to restart my browser because I thought I had done something wrong or there was something wrong with my browser, but that was not the case. So this little button is nice to know. The second thing I'll show you is a way to collect your discussion board postings so that you can read all of them in one swoop and not have to go from forum to forum to forum. I don't know about you, but I really don't enjoy going forum to forum to forum. That is not actually, I don't feel connected and in touch and on top of things when I have to do that. So my confidence level is higher if I can collect the responses and see everything under the response. So in order to do that, I'm just going to go to the discussion board, and I see that I have 12 unread messages. And I could have gone the week by week and gone into it, but I thought this would be an easier way since it takes me straight to the discussion board to demonstrate this to you. So I'm going to click on the Getting to Know Each Other discussion board that we've been participating in over the week. And it's going to load everything. But when it loads things, you might see that there are some plus signs. And that's going to mean some of those messages have responses that are not being demonstrated, or being displayed rather. And that's going to be problematic because you're going to miss that response if you collect it without expanding all. So the first thing we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is make sure we're in tree view, which shows us all of the responses and gives us a little plus or a little minus depending on whether or not there are responses beneath that post. So let's make sure we're in tree view, which we are, and then we're going to expand all. And this is going to expand every message, and so every message is going to be visible here. Then we're going to click right here because that is going to check every box all the way down. So every box all the way down is checked. That means that every one of those messages will be displayed. Now, if we had not expanded all, and we had clicked and done this, we would have seen the introduction, but we wouldn't see any of these other messages underneath the introduction. So very important that you expand all before you click to select all these boxes, and then simply click Collect. And this is going to take just a second because we've got a lot of messages. But now you'll see that you can just scroll down and you can read all of the responses. You can reply directly from the response here, and it's going to actually open up out here so it doesn't mess up what you're viewing. And I find this much more intuitive, much more natural, and much more helpful than that ridiculous default forum view. Forgive me, Blackboard. So I wanted to share that with you all, and I hope that this helps a little bit. And please let me know if there are areas technologically in which you're having trouble with Blackboard. If something isn't making sense to you the way that you're viewing it, in the same way that these discussion forums were not making sense to me when I clicked on a message and then just went to one forum and didn't get everything. If it's not making sense to you, it's likely because there's something we can do to make your display more natural for you. So please let me know, and thank you very much. You're all doing great, and I look forward to seeing what y'all come up with this weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.